Noreen and welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to be having some barbecued pork sandwiches for dinner, and I thought that we would have a nice light slaw to go with it. Rick and I think, are probably the only two who will be eating this, but leftovers are always a great thing because Rick always likes to have leftover coleslaw. So I am going to be using my hands, what I have in my bowl, which I've already done all the mise en place, because you don't need to see me cutting and chopping and slicing and dicing, because that would make for a very long and boring video. What we have is 2 to 3 cups of shredded white cabbage, about a cup of shredded red cabbage, cup of shredded carrots, a cup or 4 stalks of celery that I cut very thinly sliced on the bias, and about a cup of thinly sliced pepper strips. And I do not have green peppers today. I have red, yellow, and orange, so that's what we went with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give this all a good toss. And remember, when you get the dressing on here, this is going to, it's going to slub down. So it's not going to be, it's not going to fill the bowl as much as it is right now, because once it releases some of its water into the dressing, it's not going to cook down, but it's going to release and slub down. So
it won't be so fluffy.
It won't be so fluffy. That's absolutely right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to salt this. And I'm going to use a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to sprinkle it.
That's the pressure cooker usually.
It is the pressure cooker. I've got a pork loin in there. And go ahead and give this a quick toss, and then we'll move on to making our dressing. It's going to be a really simple and light dressing. You can choose to make it creamy or not. I'm going to add a little heavy cream to it today. I'm not going to be adding mayonnaise to it, however, because I don't want it to be that thick and creamy. I want this to be nice and light, almost like an Amish style slaw. So what we have here is I'm going to be using a half a cup of sugar. It is very noisy, or thereabouts. If you get a little bit extra in your bowl, don't sweat it. It's not really a big deal. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of celery seed, and that's what gives it that really kind of Amish flavor, is that this sweet vinegary salad dressing with the celery seed. I kept wanting to say poppy seed. I'm also going to add half a cup of apple cider vinegar. Give this a good mix. And then you add about a 1/4 of a cup of heavy cream, if you so desire. If you don't want the heavy cream, then certainly don't put it in there. It's just a little bit. It's going to make it a little bit thick and creamy. That's it. You can see how translucent it is. My cream is really thick. Move everything out of the way. And you can tell it's summer because, boy, the fruit flies are horrible this year. I've done everything to try and get rid of them. Okay. Over the salad this goes. And we're going to go back in with our hands because, you know, they're the best tools you have in the kitchen, and this is the best way to get that dressing coating all those pieces of vegetable. Every single thing needs to be covered in that dressing. I almost forgot. I also put in about a half a cup, you don't have to, of golden raisins. You can leave raisins out altogether, but we're going to add them for a nice, soft, chewy, sweet hint in this salad. I think it's going to complement it really well.
A little extra bite.
A little extra bite, exactly. It's going to give it a different level of flavor. So don't forget to add the raisins if you so desire. You can always leave them out, of course. It's not a big deal. It's a beautiful looking salad. And it's going to be sweet and tangy and crunchy, and it's going to be full of the peppers and the celery and all these wonderful things. And the celery seed is really going to pop in. This is really the star of this dressing. So this is really a lovely little sweet and sour crunchy slaw.
The perfect accompaniment to
shredded barbecued pork sandwiches, corn on the cob, and that's what we're having for supper. So there you have it. A beautiful, colorful, chopped slaw with a sweet and sour dressing. I will have the recipe available on my website. Always remember that you can get most of the recipes that I have on my website. And you can go there, it's noreenskitchen.com. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button so that you will get my daily videos in your video feed and you'll never miss one again. So, I hope you try it, and I hope that you love it. And I thank you so much for stopping by my kitchen this evening and watching me put this salad together. And until next time, I'll see ya.